My name is Koh Kwan and my metric number is 297936. Today we are going to present about assignment, which is the impact of exchange rate of Ringgit Malaysia in 2018 until 2023. And here is our introduction. Exchange rate fluctuated of the Ringgit Malaysia from 2018 to 2023 were influenced by many factors such as monetary policy decisions by the Malaysian government and external shocks such as fluctuating oil prices, global trade tensions, and the COVID-19 pandemic. However, Bank Negara Malaysia also plays a crucial role in shaping the exchange rate through the policies like setting interest rate, managing foreign exchange reserve, and intervening in the foreign exchange market when necessary. The impact of the Ringgit Malaysia exchange rate on economic growth and well-being is significant, with a depreciating current boosting export but potentially leading to higher import costs, inflation, and reduced consumer purchasing power. Policy response by Bank Negara Malaysia, such as adjusting the overnight policy rate, aim to stabilize the ringgit and support the economic growth in the face of economic challenge. By doing this assignment, we will understand more about the relationship between the exchange rate, monetary policy, and economic growth is essential for policy markets, business, and investors to navigate the complexities of the global economy, predict future trends, craft effective policy, and manage risk effectively.
Hello, madam. My name is Damon Yun, and my matrix number is 297910. Now, I would like to present my micro assignment. For my part, I'm doing the impact of Ringgit Malaysia on economic growth. So, I have made 3 points that it will affect the economic growth, which is export competitiveness, second, foreign and domestic investment, third, reduce people's competitiveness. The first point is export competitiveness. A stronger ringgit can decrease demand for Malaysia export by making them more expensive for foreign buyers. Potentially, it will make the foreign buyer will seek cheaper alternative from other countries with weak currency. Conversely, a weaker ringgit make Malaysia export cheaper for foreign buyers, potentially increasing demand and stimulating economic growth. However, over reliance on a weak currency for export growth can make an economy vulnerable to global economic fluctuation. For my opinion, it is important to diversification the economy and investment in domestic industry because this is crucial for sustainable long-term growth, rather than solely relying on currency advantage in export quantity. Second point is foreign and domestic investment. The strength of the ringgit has a significant influence on foreign direct investment, which is FDI in Malaysia. A stronger ringgit can attract more FDI by reducing acquisition cost of Malaysian asset, while a weaker ringgit may deter investment due to currency risk. A stronger ringgit can decrease import costs, benefiting factories reliant on imported equipment, indirectly attracting foreign investors by increasing demand for their product. Meanwhile, for the cheaper import may foster competition among domestic companies but could reduce demand for local product, especially impacting SMEs. For the last point is reduce people productivity. Because the low currency value can contribute to inflation by increasing the cost of imported goods and services, reducing consumer purchasing power and real incomes. So the higher inflation can lead to reduced consumer spending, impacting business revenue and profitability, potentially lowering the productivity also. So lower currency will encourage individuals do illegal activity due to they can't cover the high cost of living. So it will increasing the crime rates. So they will deter foreign investor, further hindering economic growth. Rising rate can also undermine business confidence, deter investment, and reduce productivity. So the economy will recession. For my opinion, the authority should address economic and social issues associated with currency fluctuation to maintain stability and foster sustainable economic growth.
So next we discuss about the government policy that are implemented on exchange rate of RM. So there's two different types of government policy, which is the monetary policies and the exchange rate policies. So for the monetary policies, it's a tool for participating in the economy is to ensure that the supply of money or the sum of the money accessible at any given time in under control. So reducing or raising the interest rate, which is R, exchange rate and inflation rates, and foreign reserve are some of the most frequent tools to control the exchange rate. So monetary policies executed through the central bank procedures is how to the federal government manage the demand and the supply of the money. So in the previous monetary policy statement for 2023 in May, the central bank has announced the monetary policies committee, which is the MPC, will raise the OPR from 2.75% to 3%. So the global monetary policy will likely to remain the tight and in the near term as inflation remains above the average. So the Malaysia's economy and growth prospects, the ringgit Malaysia, which is RM, is currently undervalued. So therefore, the government and the BNM, which is the Bank Negara Malaysia, are coordinating to encourage government link companies GLCS, and the government-linked investment company GLICS to convert the foreign investment income. So this action can actually help to increase the capital flows and providing the support for the stronger ringgit. In the medium term, ongoing structural reforms will provide more lasting to support the ringgit. So for the exchange rate policy, it could have many forms, such as leading the foreign exchange market to control the exchange rate, or letting the exchange market to decide the value of the exchange rate in most of the case. But sometimes, this policy having the central banks interpose to prevent the excessive fluctuation. So the central banks ensure a specific exchange rate or sharing the currency with other country. So when a government intervenes in the foreign exchange market to keep the currency's exchange rate different from the market rate, so it is said to have established a currency peg, which is a soft peg, is that exchange rate policy where government allows the exchange rate to be determined by the market. So another one, which is the hard peg exchange rate policy, is when the central banks set the exchange rate at the fixed and unchangeable value. So for the exchange rate policy, it could have many forms, such as leading the foreign exchange market to control the exchange rate, or letting the exchange market to decide the value of the exchange rate in most of the case. But sometimes, this policy having the central banks interpose to prevent the excessive fluctuation. So the central banks ensure a specific exchange rate or sharing the currency with other country. So when a government intervenes in the foreign exchange market to keep the currency's exchange rate different from the market rate, so it is said to have established a currency peg, which is a soft peg, is that exchange rate policy where government allows the exchange rate to be determined by the market. So another one, which is the hard peg exchange rate policy, is when the central banks set the exchange rate at the fixed and unchangeable value.
The next part is comparison RM per unit of USD. As we can see, we take a sample for RM per unit USD between 2018 until 2023. From the graph, we can see the value of RM per unit of USD in 2018 was 1 USD equal to RM 4 ringgit and 20 cent and declined to RM 4 ringgit and 22 cent in 2019. The value of RM per unit of USD declined again in 2020, which is 1 USD equal to RM 4 ringgit and 44 cent, a difference of as much as about 22 cent with the year 2019. And increasing RM in 2021, which is 1 USD equal to 4 ringgit 23 cent, the increase is as much as about 21 cent. RM returned a decline in 2022, which is 1 USD equal to RM 4 ringgit 74 cent. A reduction is as much as about 51 cent. Lastly, the value of RM declined in 2033, which is 1 USD equal to RM 4 ringgit 78 cent. A decrease is as much as about 4 cent.
Zero own opinion. In my point of view, lower exchange rates brings advantage and disadvantage to Malaysians. So for me, I think that low exchange rate can help attract foreigners for other countries or in the country. By then, it will boost our economic growth by tourism sectors. Besides, lower exchange rate will make the firm with export-oriented produce more products to grab this opportunity to increase their sales. Lastly, in my opinion, lower exchange rate will lead to the price of imported products increase. When this happens, consumer purchasing powers decrease and then things they enjoy will be less.
In conclusion, the flow of directional exchange rate RM per USD showed an increase and decrease from 2018 to 2023. Several factors influence the exchange rate, such as export competitive, foreign and domestic investment, and reducing people's productivity. Monetary policy decisions taken by the Malaysian government can also be a factor in affecting the exchange rate. For example, from 2020 to 2021, the exchange rate of RM per USD decreased from 4.44 to 4.23. This situation show that the value of RM has increased. The factor that caused the value of RM increase is the relaxation of the order control movement (PKP), which is close to all sectors and activities of the economy, including manufacturing, that allow them to operate and export their products to other countries. Other than that, the year 2021 to 2022 showed that the value of RM has declined. The reason this situation happened was that the US Federal Reserve raised interest regularly and aggressively by as many as 422 points to deal with inflation. Lastly, overview of the exchange rate of RM per USD is when the value of RM declines, will lead to an increase in Malaysia GDP and an improvement in the currency. When the exchange rate slopes, foreigners would like to travel to Malaysia because the cost of travel has decreased. Other than that, the value of RM decline will lead the firm to increase production, which is export-oriented. This is because when the value of RM declines relatively, our product becomes cheaper, and other countries will take advantage of this to buy more products from our country. Therefore, it will increase Malaysia's GDP.